I'm Michele, the modern Jewish mitzvah and the modern Jewish wedding coach. I love Walt Disney World, and I always knew that I wanted to work there. And I was very lucky the year that Epcot opened to be there on vacation. And there was a door that said, cast members, knock, please. And so I did, and I walked right in, and I was so excited. And the cast members who were working there were so impressed that I knocked that they gave me a copy of the Eyes and Ears magazine, which by now is probably delivered electronically, but back then it was an actual newspaper that I read cover to cover. From that minute on, I knew that I was going to go to Disney and work full-time someday. And when I was in college, I actually got that opportunity. Walt Disney World has what's known as the college program, and they came and they recruited on campus where I was at the University of Texas. And I was lucky enough to get chosen for the program. The college program was 10 years old, and when I finished, I was the first person in the 10 years history of the program to never call in sick. A lot of my friends would call in sick for the day and go over to Daytona Beach, but not me. I loved going to work every day. And so at the end of the program, I graduated with my doctorate, and I was rewarded with the opportunity to come back after graduation as a full-time employee. And I was also given a choice of where I wanted to work. I transferred to the resort division to the Grand Floridian Beach Resort, which is now where the wedding pavilion is. But back then, the wedding pavilion wasn't even built yet. And so we became the precursor to what is now Disney Weddings. And that's where my career in events really began. We handled lots of weddings, but also lots of other parties. And it was a blast. It was also a lot of hard work, and I got very homesick, and it was time for me to leave Disney. But rather than come home to Austin, I actually ended up in Temple Emmanuel in Dallas, Texas, with the job with the best title ever. I was the director of life cycles and celebrations. I dealt with every single baby naming, bar and bat mitzvah, wedding, and even minions and funerals for every single person in this congregation the size of a small city. I was the liaison with the rabbinical staff, and in addition, I did every single holiday celebration for the Jewish year, from the high holidays all the way through to Tisha B'Av at the end of the yearly cycle. What I found was that I was able to put my love of Judaism together with my love of special events, and I loved doing that. But I was still homesick, and I wanted to come to Austin. And that is how I was able to think of the idea to create the modern Jewish wedding and the modern Jewish mitzvah, which brings together my love of events, my creativity of designing them, my great organization skills and coordinating all the moving parts, and my religion and the traditions and the rituals that I spent a long time learning and studying about. I get to be a part, a very small part, but I get to help all the players be present in the moment for their life cycle events, and that gives me great joy.